Uh, yeah. You know what it is. Chanel's in the house, ready to spill the tea. Let's get into it, shall we?
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Chanel Reacts, the place for the tea and trending topics. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like, comment, and share. Let me know that you're in here. Okay, so this is GEISHA Dean 305. She from Miami. And she done put together a little compilation of the situation between 50 Cent and his first child's mother, his eldest son's mother. And we just gonna go through it and I'll react to it as we listening to it.
Let's talk about Curtis Jackson and SHANIQUA Tompkins. Yeah, the first baby mama that 50 Cent say he gonna sue for defamation of character. She been behind the scenes, joining along with his ops, like all the people that don't mess with 50, that been speaking out on 50 and what they think about his behavior. She been like on some real flaky stuff.
Now that I absolutely believe that she is the one who's feeding information to everybody that's going against 50 Cent right now. I absolutely believe that.
See, I'm going to tell y'all the story behind SHANIQUA Tompkins. SHANIQUA Tompkins was staying in 50 Cent house with his son. He wanted to make sure his son was straight, Marquise. But did y'all know one day she had her son Marquise pretend that he was hungry in the house and made 50 Cent take this long trip over there to the house because he wanted to know why would she leave him alone in the house with nothing to eat. And when he got there, they were staring at him in the...
Now, if that ain't certifiably wicked, come on now. What would make sometimes people pay attention to these men and their behavior, but sometimes these women, baby, they have an evil spirit on them that's something wicked.
Window laughing and making fun. So she had her son playing little games from a young age, and I'm a strong believer when you a parent, you don't get kids involved in your drama when you having like baby daddy and baby mama drama. A lot of people think SHANIQUA Tompkins is like this innocent person, but she really not. She is a menace. You know, when he made it, she felt obligated to his money. Apparently there was some type of failure with their connection, and she used Marquise against 50.
She absolutely did use that boy against his father. She understood that boy, the way 50 Cent loved him and took him everywhere and was grooming him to take over his empire, she didn't like it. She didn't like it at all. And she knew the only way to get to him was through that boy.
A lot of people be wondering why 50 don't connect with his son like that. A lot of people don't think that parents can poison their children against other parents. It runs deep. People think, oh, he can't be a good father. He ain't connected with his son. Let me tell you, people get fed up. Even with children, when they have a certain behavior, they're doing things that another parent want them to do when it comes to being negative and derogatory. I'm not really making excuses because as parents, we got to be the better people, but sometimes these kids can be poisoned. So
She's absolutely right. A lot of times, a certain parent, one or the other, will use that child as leverage against the other parent and create a monster. And the child, not knowing that they being used as a pawn, go ahead and, they adopt the behavior of the dysfunctional parent, and they don't really know the behind the scenes story or what's really fueling this whole situation. They just know what one parent is telling them. So yeah, it can be very, very tricky.
behind the scene with all the drama with everybody trying to go in on 50, but a lot of people don't know when he put her in that house, he didn't have to put SHANIQUA in that house because they wasn't together. They wasn't an item. She agreed to pay rent, and apparently she was behind in rent. 50 Cent was asked to give his baby mama $6,700 and something, right? And she was obligated to pay $3,000 and something a month for the house. Now, back in the day, I remember it was alleged that 50 Cent even allowed her to stay in his house with her boyfriend. And it was the boyfriend that asked her well, if he gonna pay child support and let you live in his house, you should go to the judge and ask for more money.
This is a fact because he misinformed her and he felt like, the New York state law is your child gets 17% of your income in child support. That only applies to a person making $100,000 or less. That doesn't apply to a millionaire. So she allowed this dummy to encourage her to go ask for more money, and the judge is looking like you already getting $40,000 a month. You want more?
Allegedly. But this is something I read back years ago, like the early 2000s. Now, there's been dispute that there was no boyfriend living in the house. There was no boyfriend that said go ask the judge for more money. So either way it go, whether there was a companion that told SHANIQUA to go ask the judge for more money after Curtis was already giving her $40,000 a month. She was getting $40,000 a month for Marquis. So even if it wasn't a significant other that told her that, even if it was her idea to do that, it still was stupid. If she was getting $40,000 a month, you know how many baby mamas is only getting $150, $300 a month, and here it is, you was getting $40,000 a month. So
Because being greedy will get you nothing. It's just the same where 50 did an interview talking about how her son came home talking about one of his friends in school got over 50 pair of sneakers and his father's not even a celebrity or whatever. And she told her son that, oh, well, then that means your father should buy you 100 pair of sneakers then. And this is him telling it on a interview on a radio station, and she's calling in laughing at it like it was something funny to laugh at, and he's just showing her mentality.
you went to court to beg for more money from the judge dropped you from $40,000 a month to $6,700 a month. Cause he saw the greed. He saw you was being greedy. You was being greedy. That's a big jump. $40,000 to $6,700. I know you felt stupid. Somewhere down the line I read where it was a gentleman staying there in that house with SHANIQUA Tompkins, 50 Cent first baby mama. And he was the one saying you should ask for more money. But if that is the case, who would bring another man in a baby daddy house and the baby daddy already letting you live in a mansion?
Exactly, Geisha. My thoughts exactly. And the truth is, we here in New York heard that 50 came home off a tour and found old boy in his house with her. She didn't tell him. He didn't consent to that man staying in his house or whatever the case may be. He found out that he was in the house, and that's when he supposedly attacked her. But I mean, do you blame him?
That's giving you $40,000. I wonder what was going on in her head. Did she think she could get $100,000? Did she think she could get $70,000? You got one kid and was getting $40,000. I know that judge looked at you like, you know what? She don't deserve it. And that's why I went down to $6,700. So he just put out a lawsuit for defamation of character with this baby mama this year, 2026, because she's still igniting drama, trying to link up with his ops. Because there's several rappers out here coming for 50.
What it is she has signed her life rights over to 50 when she wanted to do her book. And she put her book under 50's publishing company, and he made her sign her life rights over to him. So if you remember back before, she tried to do a reality show with a couple of other ex-baby mamas and ex-girlfriends and stuff like that. And 50 had it shut down. So every time she tried to do something that's like revealing her story, she cannot do it because she signed her life rights over. This is why he's suing her, because you're reneging on the contract.
She's been behind the scene, coercing, giving out information to slander this man. And 50 Cent right now is suing her defamation of character for $20 million. He is suing his baby mama for $20 million. Somebody gonna learn how to shut up. Somebody gonna learn today. Somebody's gonna learn to be on their best behavior. Because here it is, you got a grown son. He's not even an adolescent anymore. Curtis Jackson shouldn't even be your conversation anymore. You should move on happily.
I don't know if anybody remembers when the other YouTuber Choke No Joke did an interview with 50 Cent's eldest son Marquise, and Choke was trying to like mediate some type of reconciliation between the father and son. And right after he had that uh, interview with the son, the mother calls in and she just turns it into a whole crap show where she's talking about her and talking about him and all the stuff that she done. This is what she does all the time. She does it all the time. She sabotages everything that any opportunity that 50 has to reconcile with his son, she sabotages it.
The only person that should be talking right now is Marquise, because that's his biological son. You did your job, you raised your son, you don't need to be talking no more. You need to move along. Because now you finna get slapped with a $20 million lawsuit. And it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be a struggle because you're gonna have to pay that money. You're gonna have to pay that money. And I see a lot of women defending her because, let me tell you something, a lot of us women like to put other women in our shoes. But a lot of us women are not alike. I know y'all say, oh, us sisters, we have to sit together when these men. But it's not only men that do derogatory things. It's a lot of women that do derogatory stuff too. You got modest women out here, and you got conniving women and sluts and all kind of stuff out here. So at the end of the day, you can't put every woman in the same bracket because every woman doesn't have morals. Every woman doesn't have integrity. You got some greedy people out here that's not satisfied with the things that they get. Because, baby, greed will have you with nothing.
Now, she said a mouthful when she said that, because that is the actual truth. Greed will have you on a cliff with nothing. Greed will force you to lose everything because you're trying to take everything. And I just think that she is a very dark and manipulative individual. It's like it's that your son is 29 years old now. Why do you continuously keep telling this story as if it's gonna, like, what is your goal? What are you trying to accomplish by telling this story over and over again? It hasn't got you anywhere. And let's be clear, you could have easily moved on. And another thing that bothers me is that why are you so focused on that father? Why you never speak of your daughter's father and whatever his contribution is to your children's upbringing? Anyway, guys, see you on the next one. Later.
Uh, yeah, 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 yeah. You know what it is. Chanel's in the house, ready to spill the tea. Let's get into it.